everybody. This is my intro for my story that I wrote on 4/23. It is St. Patrick's Day inspired, and the name of it is Green Creep. I do just want to say really quick that I am filming this on 4/24, but it's not going to be uploaded until 4/25. And I'm saying that because the other video that I'm going to be posting, I'm going to be wearing the same exact thing and look the same. It's filmed the same night, posted different days. That's all I wanted to say. So let's get into the video. I won't lie, I've never really paid attention to St. Patrick's Day. I'm not Irish, and I don't really like going out to drink, so the holiday just wasn't for me. But this St. Patrick's Day was different. My younger sister Laura was finally 21 and wanted to experience going out for St. Patrick's Day at least once. My sister was pretty introverted, so she didn't really have friends, which meant I was going to be the one to take her out. I didn't mind too much because I knew if she was with me, she'd be safe. Later that day, I went over to Laura's apartment so that we could get ready together. We agreed that we would head to the bar around 7 so that we could get there before the St. Patrick's Day rush. We ended up taking longer than expected to get ready and got there around 8:30 instead. The place was a little crowded, but not so packed where you couldn't have fun. Around 11:30, I decided that it was time for us to start heading out. Laura had plenty to drink, and to be honest, I did too. We made our way outside, and I ordered an Uber since it was too late to walk home. As we were waiting outside for our Uber, I noticed a man dressed in all green, including a big green hat, was staring at us. This man was obviously older than us and a lot bigger. Laura didn't notice him at first, but I couldn't stop feeling him staring at us. I tried to ignore it because I just figured he was drunk and was trying to debate whether to flirt with us or not. After some time had passed, I had realized that the Uber had still not pulled up yet, so me and Laura decided to take a chance and walk home because the man in green was still staring at us, and at this point we were both creeped out. As we started to walk away, the creepy man had looked at us and said, "Nothing good happens to people that don't wear green on St. Patrick's Day." Me and Laura decided to ignore him and start our walk home. We had gotten pretty close to home when I had noticed a van slowly driving behind us. I didn't say anything to Laura because I didn't want to scare her, but I did suggest that we go a different way home. I made up a lie on why we should go a different way, and she believed it, so we headed that way home. Going this way meant it would be a little longer for us to get home, but we were cutting through backyards and woods, so I knew a car couldn't follow us. Although I did remember that there was still a small part of the walk where we would have to go down a main road, but I was hoping by then that the van wouldn't know where we went. As we were walking, I noticed we were finally at the part where we had to go back onto the main road. I decided to walk in front of Flora so that I could check and make sure that the van was nowhere to be seen. I didn't see the van anywhere, so we started to walk down the road. I should probably mention that even though I think St. Patrick's Day is stupid, I did wear a little bit of green, and Laura was supposed to wear a green scarf, but because we were in a rush, she forgot to grab it. Just as I was about to mention that thank God that creep was nowhere to be seen, the same man came out of nowhere and grabbed Laura. Laura kicked and screamed, trying to get away from him, as I tried to get him to let go of her, but he was way too big, plus drinking as much as we did, that didn't help either. I chased him around the corner as he dragged Laura with him. He threw Laura into his van and drove away. I tried taking a picture of his plate, but he didn't have any. I called the police and told them everything, but with it being St. Patrick's Day, they didn't come out as fast as they usually would. By the time the police showed up, 15 minutes had passed since Laura had been kidnapped. I told the officers everything I could, and they told me they'd do everything they could to find her. They offered me a ride just in case he came back for me, and I took it. Once I got back to my apartment, I stayed up all night waiting to see if they found her. Around 4 a.m., I had gotten a call from an unknown number. I answered it because I didn't know if it could be the police telling me they found Laura. Unfortunately, it wasn't. It was the voice of a man that I didn't recognize at first. All he said before hanging up was, "She should have wore green." I didn't recognize the voice at first, but then I remembered the man's voice that talked to me outside the bar and realized it was the same man. I called the police to let them know about the phone call and gave them all the information I could. Unfortunately, it's been 5 years since Laura went missing and she still hasn't been found. I still have hope that they'll find her one day, but everyone else has seemed to give it up. I wish we never went out that St. Patrick's Day, and then maybe things would be different. I don't celebrate that holiday anymore, and to be fair, I don't think you should either, but if you're gonna, at least remember to wear green.